So next attempt, round of turn 4, and it's a 14.584. So again, we've gone faster. Wrench, a bit tail happening still on the slot car. Right, first lap is 16.207 is our first lap. Now he's starting to get a bit better without the corner, so slowly getting there it seems. Lap number 2, what's this going to be? It's a 15.949 with an overall time of 44.389. He's still not gone the fastest in all 3 cars. It was Tom Harris in 3rd. He still looks disappointed. So, in 2nd place, with an overall time of 44.271. Not going to announce it just yet, but there was 2 100ths of a second between 1st and 2nd. So in 2nd place, with a time of 44.271, was Archie Brown. So with an overall fastest time of 44.251, and your new champions, 10 Tools champion is Luke Wrench.
So we've just had our drivers briefing. They are doing the Trust Fund race for Heat 1, so that's got all the blues and the reds and superstars and everybody in. Heat 2, there is just white and yellows, and a few Holland drivers out in there. So me and Simon Binder are off the front. We've got Ellie out there as well. So we'll see how the first race goes. Hopefully it's not too much carnage, being as there's no higher graders really, just posting the yellows. So see how it goes. So we've just come back from our heat, which was heat number 2, and me and Simon Binder managed to get away. Slowly got picked off by the yellows, and I managed to finish 5th. So we qualified for the final. So we're just going to go and watch the consolation, and then we'll chuck some fuel in the car and go out for the final. White top again, and then just slowly drop back. Managed to get Simon Binder just. Me and Simon have like a little thing where we always try and beat one another because we're quite evenly matched. So managed to just get him. He beat me in the first one. But yeah, so all ready for another night's racing tomorrow. We've pulled the awning down. Car's gone to bed, and we're going to go watch the Grand National and then go home, have a good sleep, ready to do it all again tomorrow. Well, we're here for day 2, and looks like Santa's been. Alan Whitaker, my sponsor for Myeloma UK and Alpha Battle Racing. He also sponsors Sam Makin. Sam had some tyres that he needed to get rid of, and he asked if they're any good for us. So Alan went down to Sam's and picked some tyres out, and Sam's kindly donated them to us through Alan. So it's really nice of him. So we've got loads of tyres to take back with us. Got to try and fit them in the van, but that will get us through the rest of the season. If there's any punctures or anything silly like that, there's a good few tyres in there. That's good for a driver like me, I suppose you could say. So yeah, that's very kind of Alan and Sam, so thank you. managed to get away at the start, led it for a few laps, and slowly got nibbled away at. So I finished 10th, just behind Frank Owen Jr. So that's something. So we're not out again till Heat 3. So we'll go and watch Heat 2 and the Saloons Championship race. That'll be good. And then we'll go out again for Heat 3.
Push, that's worse than it going sideways.
Led for about 5-6 laps, slowly dropped back again towards the end of the race, got to 11th and there was a yellow flag, and then on the restart I was just conscious about actually getting into the final because of there being some prize money for grabs, which is always helpful for drivers like ourselves. So I just wanted to be out of the final with no damage. So I sort of let people go past on the restart, but then there was a big sort of pile up here and there, and I just managed to avoid it and went at the inside of everything and managed to finish 12th. So that was quite good. So all that's left is the final. Like I say, there's prize money up for grabs. There's £44 for every lap you lead. Today I've been leading on average about 5-6 at the beginning of the race, and then it's only dropping back. So it'd be nice if that happened in the final, but being the final, everyone wants to do the same thing. So that's what happens. There's also prize money for the highest white top finisher. There's only me and Ellie out today, so just got to try and finish and in front of Ellie. So we'll see how that goes. in one piece. Get to go home with no damage. Just loaded up. The race was pretty good. I got away, did one lap in the lead, and then the yellow flags came out, which was just 3:07 luck. So then on the restart, everyone's on me. I was panicking a little bit. I thought, oh, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to chuck it over the curb and hope for the best. So I did. Managed to get a breakaway again, and I was like, oh, the yellows are quite far back. I managed to get a bit of a lead, and then completed a lap, and then the yellows came out again. So there was another restart, but I got hit on that restart quite far out to the fence, and then just dropped back and dropped back and dropped back, but managed to finish. So managed to get some prize money. All good weekend. We managed to get some points and stuff. About to film a little video of the prize money we won, and an anonymous lovely man has just come up and give me 100 Scottish pounds. He wouldn't let me know his name. He just sort of went, who's the driver of this, and give it to me. And I was like, do I get to know your name? He's like, no. I said, well, what for? He says, don't worry about it. I says, well, can I give you a hug? Because I have no idea who it is. But I just want to say, if you look at it, I just want to say thank you, because it means a lot to me and my dad. It will go straight to my dad to go towards the races. So thank you very much, whoever you are. You made my weekend.